Okay, hi everybody. We're working through the quadratic functions and equations review. This is question 21F. This is kind of a big one here, so I'm going to try to give myself as much room as possible here. We want to find the roots of this equation. Well, the very first thing we got to do is we've got to multiply this all out here. So to start off with, I have to multiply out this binomial, which will get me 6x squared, and then it'll be negative 3 plus 2, so I wanted to put negative 3x. I mean, it would be negative 3x, but I can put those together right away to get negative x minus 1. And then I'm going to have to square this binomial. Now, this has become an issue for a lot of people here, but squaring the binomial will be x squared plus 4x plus 4. But the negative will go through, so it'll be negative x squared minus 4x minus 4 equals 5. Now, because it's a quadratic, I'm going to bring everything over to whatever side makes the quadratic term positive, and that's on the left-hand side here. So this will become 6x squared minus x squared, so 5x squared. Minus x minus 4x will be minus 5x. Minus 1 minus 4, and then bring the 5 over, it'll be minus 10 equals 0. And now each of these has a factor of 5 in it, so I'm going to divide everything through by 5, and I can do that as long as you do it to both sides. But the brilliant part about that is when you divide 0 by 5, you get 0. So this will be x squared minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. And now I've got that as a quadratic, as simple as I'm going to make it. And now we're going to try to, we're going to try to factor that if we can. Okay. Set that equal to 0. So these have got to be x squared, okay, in order to get x squared as your first term there. Now, 2 is prime, which means one of these is 2, one of them is 1. The only way that's going to work here. Now I want a product of negative 2 and a sum of negative 1, which means this would have to be negative and make that positive. Now, if these two factors have a product of 0, that means one of the two factors has got to be equal to 0. Now they can't do it simultaneously, but we could do it one at a time, which means we're going to get two roots here. And so x is either going to equal 2, bring the 1 over, become negative 1, or negative 1. And so those are the two solutions I'm looking for.